Okay. Sorry for the brief intermission. Had to sort out some frame rate issues. It's advisable to use the axe on Vort because he is weak to dark. I'm also going to leave the elevator at the top, in case I don't succeed. Also, I took the liberty of turning in the Estus Flash Shard. Oh, Lord. Do you really? Okay, hold on. Maybe I shouldn't have swapped to the axe so early, because these guys attack way faster than the axe swings. Oh, also, I had retrieved the extra green blossoms from the left side over here. From right here. Right there. In this corner. While I was doing that, the frame rate was so abhorrent. It was absolutely painful to actually look at. Alright. I don't actually have to go this way. This way is the way to get to a Covenant. Actually, I do have to go this way now that I think about it. Whoops. They're not bad, but they weigh too much. If your equip load goes over 70%, then your rolls become what is usually referred to as fat rolls. Here, let me show you. It's not as efficient as a normal roll, and I believe it takes more stamina.
The wait has been long, unkindled one. I am Emma, High Priestess of Lothric Castle. Allow me to speak frankly. You will not find the Lords of Cinder here. They have left, gone, to their journey homes, converging at the base of this castle. Head to the bottom of the high wall, forge on through the great gate, and raise this banner to proceed. This farewell gift is for you. It is the insignia of an old covenant. If you fear trespassers, dark spirits drawn by the embers. Then etch this upon your heart, and the old Concord will beckon noble blue sentinels to hunt these foul spirits. Unkindled one, go to the
Okay.
river.
Oh,
Unkindled one, head to the high wall's base. Go through the great gate and raise this banner to proceed. But beware, the dog keeps a close eye on things. The vile watchdog of the Boreal Valley.
the Boreal Valley is actually not that bad, but all their people are animalistic. You'll see what I mean. I think that's an Estus Flash shard as well. I'm probably wrong. Yeah, it's Lucerne. It's a piercing... Piercing? A thrusting weapon. Huh. A spear hammer. Slower than a halberd. Same weapon class, though. That guy tries to wake up and shoot you if you're not paying attention. There have been people that said the kick is poorly implemented. I humbly disagree. I very much enjoy the way that the kick functions. There was a chest over here. There is not a chest over here. Nor over here. Alright. Wish me luck. So his weaknesses, I believe, are lightning and dark. But definitely dark is one of them. Much as with other bosses in the rest of Dark Souls, his weakness is being behind him. But also, he cannot hit you when you are inside of his hitbox. It's a similar weakness that was present in another actual animal boss that you're supposed to fight in Dark 1. People may remember along the names of Sif. He's not particularly difficult as long as you aggressively stay underneath and behind him. And dodge when he does this crazy move. Also, that's Frost Breath. That slam also penetrates shield. As in, it staggers you, and he can do a second one, which hits you quite hard. Quite quickly after the fact. And that is Vort of the Boreal Valley dealt with. And I got my Ember back. That was a lot quicker than I expected it to be. This bonfire is possibly the most useless bonfire, but it is also technically the closest to a later boss. Another lovely friend from Dark Souls 1 reemerges. Welcome to the Undead Settlement. We will go back to there later. Hello. Wanderer, eh? Sir, you have, you leave your summon sign in a very peculiar position. However, since this is a place that you can be invaded, and people used to, at least, I don't know if they still do, I'm going to keep on the way of the blue, so if I do happen to get invaded, I will have protection. Here's a very nod to the Bloodborne series. Hunters release the hounds. Now, in terms of the throwing class weapons, there is a throwing accessory over here, which is the alluring skull guarded by two dogs, who appear to be licking this corpse. What an alluring skull does is you can throw it, and it will lure enemies near to where it lands, because it smells like souls. Used to be that those types of items were particularly broken. And let me shut up for a second.
Please, grant me death. Undo my shackles. Oh, then it's true. A champion of Ash as I live and breathe. To be in your presence is a great honor. I am Yol of Londo, a pilgrim, as you can see, only somehow I failed to die as was ordained. Well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you? I was once a sorcerer. Surely I can be of use. Oh, I am honored, truly. I should be dead, yet you have granted me purpose anew. I, Yol of Londo, do solemnly swear myself to you.
And that's Yol. Anyway, you used to be able to use the alluring skulls, and you could throw them off cliffs, and if there was a floor underneath them, that was not just a JPEG, like that was actually a physically modeled floor that you could fall onto, enemies would jump off the cliff to follow the skull. So you used to be able to do some crazy stuff. Nowadays I think it's mostly for getting things out of your way if you're trying to speedrun. But I could be wrong. I just tend not to use them. These enemies are basically the Ganados from RE4. They drop their shirt and hat quite often, and their machete quite rarely. But I think I'll have to call this one apart here. And, yeah. Next up, there's the optional boss of the tree. Or, we can go with the actual game progress route. I suppose it depends on interests. Anyway. I hope you have a good day, or at least a better one than him. Shouldn't be too hard.